Captain Mitchell strode through the field hospital with the confidence of a man who had earned his position through years of dedication and service. The temporary medical facility hummed with activity as nurses tended to wounded soldiers, their voices mixing with the distant rumble of artillery. He was there to visit his men, to offer encouragement and strength during their recovery. Before we continue with this incredible story, I want to know, where are you watching this from right now? Which part of the world are you in? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing our global community come together over these powerful stories. Now, let me tell you about what happened next in that field hospital dot in the far corner. Sitting upright on a cot with bandages wrapped around his shoulder was an older man Mitchell didn't recognize. The veteran's weathered face told stories of decades past, his silver hair catching the dim light filtering through the canvas walls. He wore a faded uniform with no visible insignia, and something about his bearing commanded quiet respect from everyone who passed by. Mitchell approached with measured steps, his curiosity piqued. "Soldier," he said, his tone professional but warm. "I don't believe we've been introduced. I'm Captain Mitchell. What's your name and rank?" The old man looked up slowly, his eyes holding depths that seemed to reach back through time. A slight smile played at his lips. "Name's Thomas, sir." "Thomas Bennett. And your rank, Bennett?" Mitchell pressed, expecting the usual straightforward answer he received from every serviceman. The veteran paused, his gaze drifting toward the hospital's entrance where sunlight struggled to break through the morning haze. "My rank," he said softly, "is whatever you need it to be." The strange answer made Mitchell's brow furrow. Around them, conversations began to fade as other soldiers and medical staff turned their attention toward the exchange. "I don't understand," the captain said, his voice tinged with confusion and a hint of impatience. "Now pause for just a moment. If you're feeling this story, if it's touching something in your heart, hit that like button right now. It helps more people discover these powerful tales. And trust me, you won't believe what this veteran says next." Thomas shifted slightly, wincing as his injury reminded him of its presence. 43 years ago, I entered this army as a private. Since then, I've been every rank you can imagine. I've been the private who dug foxholes in frozen ground. I've been the sergeant who held dying boys in my arms. I've been the lieutenant who made decisions that saved lives and the officer who made mistakes that cost them. The field hospital had gone completely silent now. Even the groans of the wounded seemed to quiet as everyone strained to hear the old veteran's words. "But here's what I learned through all those years and all those ranks," Thomas continued, his voice growing stronger despite his wounds. "Rank is just a word we use to organize chaos. The real measure of a soldier isn't the stripes on their sleeve or the bars on their collar. It's whether they showed up when others ran away. It's whether they remembered that the person next to them was someone's son, someone's father, someone's whole world." Captain Mitchell felt something shift inside his chest. He had spent years climbing the military ladder, focused on advancement and achievement. But this man, this broken veteran sitting on a hospital cot, was teaching him something his training had never covered. "I'm here because a young private dragged me off that battlefield," Thomas said, his eyes glistening. "He didn't ask my rank. He didn't check my credentials. He just saw another human being who needed help, and he risked everything to save me. That boy was 20 years old. He's in surgery right now, and the doctors don't know if he'll make it." Mitchell's throat tightened. Around the hospital, he saw hardened soldiers wiping their eyes, nurses clutching their hands to their hearts. "So when you ask my rank, Captain, I have to tell you I'm whatever that boy needs me to be when he wakes up. I'm his reason to keep fighting. I'm his proof that sacrifice means something." Thomas looked directly at Mitchell now. "We all are." The captain stood there, humbled and transformed. He had come seeking a name and rank, but had received something infinitely more valuable. Reminder of why they all wore the uniform in the first place. Without another word, he saluted the old veteran, tears streaming freely down his face, finally understanding what true service meant. Stories like these remind us what really matters in life. They show us that true greatness isn't about titles or positions, it's about the impact we have on others, the sacrifices we make, and the humanity we preserve even in the darkest moments. If this story touched your heart, if it made you think differently about service and sacrifice, then please subscribe to this channel. We share these powerful, life-changing stories every single day because the world needs more reminders of courage, compassion, and what it means to truly serve others. Hit that subscribe button and join our family. Let's spread these messages of hope together.